jump on here and have a look. So yeah, it looks like Harry is going to be out in the lead. Carol and Senna will be fighting over second. Digital's up in... Oh, Carol and Harry nearly swapped places there. Firestorm's down. Last time I saw was JBR Jones has jumped up to 5th. Okay. Roro's up in 4th this time round. Harry's quite a bit ahead there, to be fair. Seems to be that middle sector that he nails. So no, Harry doesn't use any assists either. Look at this, Senna's going to be losing a few positions here instead of the first quali. So Carol's done a great job here, as is Roro. JBR Jones at 5th then. So as we see, yeah. Wow. Major difference this time. Harry at 142.6. He's a little bit slower than last time. Then you've got Carol in second there, and looks like Roro in third. So a different starting grid to what we expected. Let's hope it's raining, because it was raining in the last one. Quite interesting to see. Wow, there's a massive pace difference here now. 1.2 seconds versus, wow. Yeah, so Harry just really needs to not get any damage, and he should be fairly fine, to be quite fair about it. There's going to be an epic battle then between second and I'd assume 10th, to be quite honest, because I'm sure they're all in around the same. They might have made a small error, because I know Senna was in the 142s as well the last time round, so 143, yeah, 142s it was, so I'm pretty sure he just might have made an error. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how he comes back from that, as is Roro. You've got Carl with Bateman. Yeah, it's going to be very, very good to see how this race unfolds. Who can keep it consistent as well. So formation lap now, everyone there in that beautiful Brawn. I remember just being in love with this car when I seen it. Such a simple design, but it was gorgeous. Jensen Button and Rubens Barrichello. The team existed for 1 year before becoming Mercedes, after being Honda, and they got both the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. That double blown diffuser was a huge part of that, because I know they didn't have the funds to upgrade the car then, so Honda had thrown so much money into this. Before putting out a Formula 1, they developed the car so much. They didn't develop the 2008 car, I don't think, at all, really. They did abysmal years in 2007 and 2008, and then they came back with this beautiful machine. The only thing I'd wonder is, with the Honda engine, would it have won as many races? To be honest with you, I'd like to think they would have, because that Honda engine was not a bad engine, especially through the V10 years anyway. It was an absolute beast of an engine as well. Like, Jensen Button won with BAR back in the day as well, so... Or was it Honda? It was under Honda, I think, at that stage. But still, they came from BAR. So Harry's not waiting around while the other guys are slowing down. Sorry guys, I thought my mic was on there. I don't even know how long I left it off for. But yeah, so Harry was definitely a fair bit ahead of the guys there, so the pack is fairly split. I was going to be sitting on the grid for a little bit. Just getting a few burnouts in there now. PRS Carl is just keeping those tyres nice and toasty. Roro's taking his time and he's right as well. Formation lap, you can kind of relax a little bit. Just get the tyres and brake temps up. Luckily enough though, it's not a long draw down to really turn 1. I do love this track though, so if you're starting on the inside you can get a really good start on the inside line as well. Beautiful cars. I think it was the best looking car out of 2009. The Red Bull did look nice, as did the McLaren, but I just think delivery alone, that massively wide front wing, tiny little rear wing on the back of it, real narrow. Yeah, they were cool cars. And I always loved Rumens Barrichello, when he was driving it, obviously I was always egging him on, as well as JB. And then JB obviously drove for McLaren, of course. I was delighted seeing that. Poor old Heikki Kovalainen, he just wasn't able to race up against Lewis back then. I think Heikki did 2 years with him. So we're waiting for the lights to come on and go off, and then we are officially into season 2 of FFG Classics. What will happen in this crazy race? Street races are always fun. So on the start there, it looks like Harry got the better start. Oh, Carroll's just about there. Great racing by them all so far. Not one accident. That's fantastic. Carroll is not going to let Harry get away too easy. Has that lovely toe there. Senna's right behind Roro there. There's a yellow flag with Betman and Digital swapping places. Looks like they've sorted that out there. So I'm going to move away from Harry and Carroll now. Let's go and see what's happening down the grid. Firestorm right behind Senna there as well. So Digital has lost 2 places. Bateman's down 1, and then Damo sitting there ready to pounce on the boys that make an error. That's Damo's driving style. He knows he doesn't have outright pace, but he has the consistency, and he will take advantage of any of the guys' errors. JVR Jones with a big lock up there. Following through here, you do not want anyone to crash here in front of you. Great looking camera view. Lovely sound of that V8 as well. So Harry within a lap has already pulled out a 1.1 second advantage. Who's after spin? Looks like Digital's after. Oh, Digital's went into the wall there. So there's Damo's after picking up some scraps there. As I say, that's Damo. He'll stay consistent. He mightn't be the fastest. Digital's doing his best to get that car back to the pits ASAP. He does not want to overdrive it going through these asses here. He'll crash. He's done well to keep it out of the wall there. So Jay Morley's in the pits. He must have wing damage. He does. I can see that there on the right side of it. That's Jay Morley in the pits now. That's Senna up to 2nd place, is it? Am I right in saying that? Yeah, Senna and Roro fighting. So what has happened? Carroll still has his wing. No, Carroll's in 2nd place. Yeah, no, this is playing tricks on me. Roro's in 3rd with Senna. Ooh, that was a move and a half by Senna. That was a move and a half. Okay, as timing normally does, it goes mental here. Senna's after pulling a little bit of a gap out between. So Firestorm and Welch now are on the move. Welch doing a good job here today. JVR Jones is just sitting there waiting. Just keeping it nice and steady, which is what I like to see. So Harry is pulling out a substantial gap now to Carroll, but Carroll also has a substantial gap back to Senna. So Senna needs to get the shoe in. I know Senna will have the bit between his teeth now, wanting to start off this season with as much podiums as possible, being consistent, waiting for Harry if Harry was to make a mistake. Carroll is doing a phenomenal job as well. I don't think I got to see him race so far, so this is great to see off the bat. Those PRS guys are fast. And Roro sitting there in 4th place waiting. The joys with these is not like the 2020 cars. The gearing slows you down, because back then they used to gear the cars for every track, so they'd be rev limited into 7th gear. So those engines were always screaming. Okay, we have a yellow flag. It's gone. So Senna is, by the looks of it, 2 seconds away from Carroll, while Carroll is 2.8 seconds, 3 seconds off Harry here now. Harry is pulling out a massive gap. I'm going to jump on here with Firestorm and Welch. Firestorm and Welch are quite close together now. As Batman and Jay Morley. Jay Morley's back in the pits again. Jay Morley is in the wars today, unfortunately for him. It's all a learning curve. He hasn't been racing as active as he would like last season, so for him it's just going to take him a race or two to get back into it. Oh! That is Roro out. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Wow. That was a huge shunt. Genuine surprise there's no safety car for that, because it's right there at the castle. I'm actually shocked. I'm sure Roro will be quite annoyed about it. I might kind of try to get Roro in to discuss what happened. Bear with me 1 second now. I'll try to get Roro in and he can chat away with me there. I just didn't get to see what happened there. So Roro, if you don't mind adding your audio into the commentary.
I am stupid.
How are you doing? What happened to you?
Oh, I basically did a Leclerc.
Oh, I was honestly so sad for you there, because all I seen was your car hitting the wall on the other side.
Yeah.
The arse of going onto the middle of the road.
I turned in way too early.
See, it's that kind of corner, especially in racing and on a street circuit like this. You turn in too early by just a small bit, and you really do end up
but
for it.
not even by small. I turned in like way too early. Like turn in, and then the moment I turn in, I'm like, oh, that's too early, and then I want to open it up, and then I scrapped the wall, and then it put me into the other wall.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, I'm dead.
Unlucky, bro. Unlucky, bro.
Yeah,
no, it's been good racing so far. I've just been looking at it there. Carroll is fucking fast, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely representing the PRS dudes.
Yeah, he is. He's a good debut, though.
Definitely is, yeah, because he joined for just before that season ended, and this is his first race. How did you feel you would have went against Senna? Because you were still fairly close enough. Do you reckon he had the pace on you, or do you reckon you could have done something to catch up with him? Or?
Nah, it seemed to be pulling away. And that's slight wing damage on the right as well. So it didn't feel it really, but yeah, probably cost a few tenths a lap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pulling away from Firestorm, and yeah, Senna was pulling away from me.
Yeah, no, it's one of these tracks, isn't it? I think once you kind of spread out a little bit out of that kind of 1 second window, you're not really getting the toe that you need, especially with these cars being geared. Whatever you've geared at, that's what it's going to do, and that's it.
Exactly.
So who do you reckon will be second or third by the end? Do you reckon Carroll and Senna will stay steady? I think, to be honest with you, I don't think Harry's going to make an error here. He just seems to be driving a good race as normal.
Yeah, he seems to be pulling away slightly. So if he just can keep this gap and keep this space, stay
what Carroll needs to do is stay within that kind of 3-4 second window, because at least if Harry does make the error, he can absolutely optimise it straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
He won't give Harry anywhere to move, either with Senna, I know that. Good old Damo is not having a bad old race. They're up in 8th place, mate.
Yeah. I mean, he's not been lapped yet,
so
that's a good thing, I guess.
No, I'm absolutely loving it. Bateman is behind him, so Batman will be coming up to him fairly soon, I'd say.
Yeah.
So is this a weak track for Batman, do you reckon, or do you reckon he come better in Russia?
Yeah, I don't know, I have to be honest. I haven't seen him race here on this track. Maybe it's the car as well. I mean, we haven't driven this car last week, so...
Yeah, we've added in the cars that weren't used as well last season, will be in this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like by the looks for here, it looks like everyone's kind of strung out, other than Welch and JBR Jones. Oh, I see Batman has got by Damo.
Batman kind of cut the corner a little bit. So it looked like Damo braked way earlier than Batman expected. And he had to cut the apex.
Oh,
ooh, Damo's
JBR Jones is right in the toe now. And it's on here with JBR Jones and Welch. But is he gonna try dive down into turn 1? No, he's too far back. He is all over the back of Welch here, mate.
Well, Welch isn't gonna give up easily.
No, definitely not. But JBR is a smart racer.
Yeah, he'll wait for a right opportunity.
Oh yeah. See, the worst thing is though as well, I suppose when you're stuck behind a car that you know you're faster, and it's so hard to make the move here in these cars because you're pretty much with the same aero, same gearing. So you really have to pull something special out late on the brakes.
Yeah, if you have to make sure you get a better exit coming onto the straight.
Yeah. Well, seems to have the better of JBR at the minute. That could change.
I wonder if they were really running 1-1 wings.
Nah, there's no way. I only ever say that mess, and I hope to God they don't do that.
Wait, Welsh's TT setup was 1-2.
What?
Seriously, Welsh's
1-2 wings.
Yeah, 1-2 wings. I was like, yeah, skip that. I went for the 1-7. Felt good.
Hell no. Normally in this track here, I use a higher front wing and nearly no back wing.
Yeah.
I just normally go for a good solid front end for the mid-section. Obviously, you still keep that kind of straight line speed.
Although in this game, the customs were also higher rearing on the 2020 cars.
Yeah.
But on the new game, yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
At least
So
you got
much
something
right.
right.
In JBR. Yeah.
I think
How do you
JBR
feel you're going to do in this?
you eventually get past. Give it maybe a few
I
more
fancy
laps.
getting past, but when?
Yeah.
I think the pressure will get to Welch. I think Welch,
Yeah, I think as well.
as much as I don't want him to crack. I think Welch would crack sooner than most drivers. He's normally, he's not normally used to this hard pressure from behind, so this is great to see it.
And it's easy to just hit slightly at the wall or slightly go deep.
Oh, this is the. See, I love this track for that simple reason. You can really make a lot of time of being ballsy into the corners, but as you literally just said there, an inch too wide and you're behind. Oh!
Jones almost lost it. Too eager on the front one.
Well, he done a very, very good good save there. To be fair, he didn't get any damage.
No. That's no traction for you. in this car.
Exactly it, yeah. Firestorm's doing a great race as well. Up and fourth, very consistent. He's starting to catch stand out a bit by the looks of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Only by a small few tenths, but
I mean, only halfway. So.
how would you feel for the second race in Russia? How do you think you're going to get on?
I haven't done any laps on it with this car, so I have no idea how it goes.
Yeah,
I got a setup,
haven't done any.
and then I can only practice Baku. That's the only thing I have time for. So I did Baku time trial before we started, and so I have no idea. Russia, it's hard to overtake normally in modern cars. So, and that's with the RS.
I think it's going to be fun in Russia with these cars. I'm hoping Harry mightn't have as good of a setup, and it won't be too easy for him.
I mean, you have more 90-degree corners, so the people are medium or no traction. If you go too hard on the throttle, the back end slips out.
Yeah.
But if you nail it, you will beat the people who are on full traction. On traction, so...
Full traction kills you.
I mean, you won't believe it, but Carol's on full traction.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm like, what? You're on full traction? Oh, with full traction, all the gears. He thought I was as well. I said, no, mate, medium, and some cars even no traction. Depends on the car.
I'm a mix between medium and no traction.
Yeah, it depends on the car, but this car medium. But yeah, he's full traction, but got the pace with it.
Wow. I wonder what he'd be like with no traction if he got used to it. He'd surely be gaining.
Yeah, he's medium on modern cars, and he even tried no traction on the new game, but didn't like it. So.
Wow. Yeah, so Harry's really starting to put out his dominance here. 7.5 seconds.
Yeah, he's just flying. Means as expected though. Just have to
I didn't
really
expect the
hope.
gap to be that big.
For him, you just have to hope that in the second race he gets caught up in traffic or he makes a little
Well, he
mistake.
will because
Or...
he's starting on reverse grid. But see, the only thing is, with that long straight, he's probably going to gain a few places off the mark.
Mm-hmm.
So it just basically means, and unfortunately you're starting at the back of the grid as well.
Yeah.
So at least you have a fight with him there as well.
Try to follow him then.
Well, you could try to get ahead of him as well and do your best to stay ahead of him. To be honest with you, I'd love to get a commentator on here and actually race switches because it looks like so much fun even commentating on it. The cars are so fun.
That's the guy. Maybe if I don't know if he has time on Mondays.
I don't know, it's cool for now anyway. I don't mind doing it. I enjoy it.
Oh
as
yeah.
much as I want to race, I enjoy it. I do race on Tuesday, so at least it gives me my kind of urge for racing. When Damo and Batman are having a great little battle here. Damo went
Which one?
very, very fast up
no.
on the inside there. Was that Jones after spinning, was it?
I think it was digital.
Oh.
Digital in the car section.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't seem to have fun either.
What did I watch then? I watched somebody doing a dive bomb. I thought it was Damo and Batman, but now Damo's down in 10th.
Yeah, it was.
Screen's playing with me big time. Oh, okay.
It was. So Damon must have dropped it somewhere. Because she's now like almost a minute behind Batman.
That makes sense. So the closest race we have now, Jones is starting to come back on the back of Twisted. Do you reckon he's going to go for it on the last lap? Because it looks like that's when he's going to...
Knowing Jones, yes.
Yeah, he's not going to not try. To be fair about it.
I mean, to be honest, I would as well. If you catch up back again to him, and you have the opportunity.
Oh, you have to go for it. You have to go for it. Yeah, I know. What I was saying there is that I absolutely love the fact that Jones, down in Australia, gets up at 5 AM to race with us. Like, it just goes to show the calibre of the community here is, I honestly love it.
We have a few RCs in Excel as well. It still boggles my mind. They're there every week on Monday morning at like 5 AM.
So yeah. I think it's so cool and fair play to them, and that's what I love. I love seeing that, but I have to say though, for me personally, like in all the leagues that I've created and commented on, I genuinely love this league the most. It's just so much fun because like it's such a hard challenge for you drivers there, using 2 different tracks a night with different cars each week.
Yeah,
like it shows good car control by all these.
It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? So.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to stay on with the closest race here at the minute, and it's no offence to anyone else racing, but Welch and JB or Jones.
Oh, Molly Bundle. It's both teammates out. It's me and my teammate out. I think that's after the chicane. Yep. Chicane coming onto the straight. Jones is on a mission though. Are you there, Colm?
Yeah, sorry, I'm here, yeah.
Alright. I had your mic muted.
I must have there, I didn't mean to do that. Because I wouldn't mind, I was actually inviting Jay Mordy in there, and I was even talking about it there. I was like, yeah, I'm going to invite Jay Mordy in.
Yeah, that's sad though. Both from the same team already out.
Ah, but you can come back stronger. Like the first race, you're always going to find a bit of progress. I know there wasn't much time off.
I
But
said it to girls. I said, well, that's a good start as well. Last season, my first race was my worst one as well. So, first round.
Well, get your worst out now. That's all you need.
Yeah, but then it didn't count in the end, so now it does.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't matter. I wanted it this way. So.
Do you know something though? I'm looking there. Twisted Welch is only doing 188 miles an hour. Jones is doing 192.
Oh, I haven't paid attention. I haven't got the telemetry on. There we go.
So I don't think Welch is running 1-2 wings.
Maybe he had a
Like
bad
he did in the
exit,
CT
but
time.
I don't know.
No, but even the whole way down the straight, he didn't go up from 188.
I was hitting 308, 309 in kilometers. On time trial, so
308, 309. That would have been about 183 mile an hour.
yeah.
So you were definitely running more aero. So yeah, having a look here, yeah, it seems to be the close. Although Carroll's after dropping back to Senna quite a massive amount.
Yeah. Maybe made a little
Is
mistake.
Carroll struggling? I'll jump on with Carroll now. Jeez, no, Carroll has that full traction. Is just sick how quick he gets out of the corners.
Yeah, well, if you nail full traction, it's not that much slower. Especially compared to people who don't nail the medium traction. So they oh, girl.
Oh, that's cost him a bit of time there.
Yeah, that cost him a little speed. Senna's too far away.
To be honest with you, they're running the same speed, so definitely Carroll is running less aero than Senna.
Let's see what Welsh and Jones do on the straight then.
Yeah, so Welch is about 188 if I remember right.
It's 302. Yeah, Jones hits 309, that's what I was hitting as well.
Okay, so 192 then.
Yeah, 304 for Welsh.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
last
good
lap.
enough, but I tell you one thing. Carroll's going to have to keep his eyes behind him now, because one little error could mean his
Yeah,
place
if you
is
do that
gone.
again on the last lap, he's done for.
Oh, Senna went a bit deep there, so that's helped him a little bit. I'll keep an eye. Where's Harry going down the main straight already? No, he's not here. I can see where he is there now. So, oh, JBR Jones and Welch are after dropping off. Yeah, there's not much happening there now. I thought they were closer than what they were.
No, he has to get closer. It's been a second for the last lap.
He needs to be at least a half a second to
Yeah.
get close enough.
Make sure you have good exit. It's the last
I'll have to say,
corner.
the driver of this race for me, I should pick Harry because he's had a flawless race, but it's definitely Carroll. His very first race in the Classics. And he's in second place, so I'll give my driver today to him for this race anyway.
I agree.
Fair play to him. He definitely kept Senna honest, and Firestorm did a fantastic race as well. I think that was his first race as well, if I remember right.
Firestorm, yeah, it wasn't there last week, but it wasn't there last season, so yeah, it's his first league race.
Debut from him.
Batman first league race, so
I'm sure Batman would have wanted better. He done well in the shootouts, but look, it is what it is.
I mean,
it's a tough track, and I think Russia might suit him better.
on the bright side, it can only go up.
Oh, exactly. But it's points. Like, look at Damo last year. I think he ended up
more
finishing
points than I have now, so.
And good old Damo finishing 9th, so Damo wasn't even last there, so that's good points for Damo.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
delighted for him.
He's getting more consistent.
Absolutely delighted. Oh, his consistency is there. He doesn't like. Eventually, he'll get the pace up.
Yeah.
Hopefully, with a bit of setups and a bit of guidance, I think he'll get definitely faster as well. There's a good few seconds to be gained for him every lap. But all in all, I think that was very good. After 3 restarts. So yeah, that was a very interesting one. How do you feel you're going to do in the next one, starting from the back?
Well, I hope I finish. That's probably one thing.
I think you definitely will finish.
Yeah. So hopefully, I don't know.
PC gets driver
top 4 to
debut of
5.
the game. Yeah. I'm expecting you in the top 4 anyway.
Yeah.
As to be honest with you, I don't know who's going to do well in the next race because I've not seen anyone race there. You could end up winning it, you could be 4th, you could be 3rd, 2nd, I don't know.
Everything can happen.
It's one of these things now. People's eyes are in on Baku. Russia's a completely different track. A lot more right-handed corners. 2 different tracks completely. Clockwise, isn't it? That's what it is. Clockwise versus anti-clockwise.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to think of. Right, do you want to go and get yourself ready? I'm going to get the top 3 in to give them a quick out interview.
Good.
Before we get on to the next one. So look, guys, my man, and I'll hopefully be talking to you
Thank
when
you
you're on the
very much.
podium.
Hopefully.
I'll talk to you in a few minutes, bro. Come on there, Harry. Can you just include your audio?
Yep, done it.
Yeah, so for you there, to be honest with you, quite a simple race. Simple, you got the pole. You definitely had the pace on the guys in this track. How was it for you?
Yeah. Business as usual, innit? Just pick up where I left off. I knew I was strong. Azerbaijan, I showed that last season in the F190s. So, yeah, it was just keep it out of the wall, keep it clean, get
How
a
do you feel
decent
you're going to
enough
do now
start.
in Russia?
Oh, we all know I like Russia. I mean, in the F1, the 2020 and 21 cars, I'm in the top 300 in the world, so I like Russia. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, just keep it out of trouble for that first lot, and I'll be fine, hopefully.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting with you starting pretty much at the back, other than you've got Jay Morley and Roro starting behind you. So you definitely have a lot to do to get through the field. Like, I know there's a long straight into Russia, but that first turn, some people try to be heroes, so it's a matter of keeping an eye on where the guys are as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to watch out for them, that's for sure. Hopefully there's no one that will decide to absolutely send it in the T1. But then again, being towards the back of the grid, it's probably an advantage I've got over other people, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Where?
I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on there to Carol. Carol, that was a great start to your race. Anyway, mate, very first race, 2nd place.
Yeah, it was good. Didn't do much practice, so that was the only thing I was wary of going into the race, because I hadn't tested it with race fuel. But yeah, it went pretty well. Had a few hiccups whenever my tyre wear got a bit bad, but yeah, still got it in P2 on my debut, so can't complain with that.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. And Roro was telling me you race on full traction, so how the hell did you get that fast into full traction?
I don't know. But yeah, I feel comfortable with full traction. I feel like I can give more with full traction. But I'd say if I went medium, I'd probably be a bit quicker, but I'd probably crash more. So.
Yeah, no, I think that was a fantastic race. I'd say it was getting a bit nervy for you at the end with Senna starting to reel you in, and you were down within a second of each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I made a mistake at the corner before the castle section. I went in a bit deep, so I had to correct myself, and I lost about 4 seconds by doing that. But yeah, still managed to bring it home ahead of Senna. A bit of a scare there, but yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, no, it was honestly a very, very good start, and I love the fact now that you're an Ordi as well. I think you're the first Northern Irish person in the league.
Yeah, that's cool. Got to represent the boys.
That has to be done. What part of Northern Ireland you from?
Irish friends.
About an hour away from Belfast.
Ah, not too bad, so.
Yeah.
Belfast, a good old spot. How are you going to do in Russia? Have you raced around Russia? Have you done any practicing on it?
Did a couple laps in time trial, but it's all about the start. It's a tough track to start at. It's a big long run to, well, it's called turn 2, but really is turn 1. But yeah, hopefully gain a few places and try and make my way up, get another podium. But we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, I think as Harry said though, I think it is kind of, especially at turn 1, it's actually a benefit being at the back so you can like anticipate where the guys are, especially with people if they brake too late. Obviously following close to cars behind, so I think all you guys at the back will have the advantage there.
Yeah, that's definitely it's not a bad track to start near the back.
Definitely not. And then Senna, unfortunate really on the triple restart in your qualifying for you were starting second, then starting down the order, and it seemed like you were just caught behind traffic, which kind of just cemented you into third place there. I know Carroll gave you a little taste of honey, but you just couldn't get by him in the end.
Yeah, it was, like I say, hugely frustrating. So qualifying second for a wet race and starting fourth in the dry race wasn't what I was expecting. It was, I say, it was a good race though. Again, nice wheel-to-wheel action with Roro. Starts for mean to go on, I guess. But yeah, it's obviously I had a sniff of it near the end. That when I assume Carroll dropped it near the castle, did he?
You don't have
he's saying
Leclerc.
that,
Yeah, it's like I say, I mean, I was pushing and I was hoping that he had a bit of damage, and by the end of the first straight that there was no damage, and I just couldn't close in that gap. It just stayed as it was.
yeah, I think it was a very welcome thing to see the new drivers all up there finishing as well. It was really good. Yeah, and Russia, how do you feel you're going to do, especially starting near the back? I know you're ahead of the guys there, so is your main thing looking behind you or looking forward at the start?
It's just avoiding all the carnage, isn't it? At turn two, really, just picking a line and surviving, really. And then you make the rest of the race from there on in afterwards, and start trying to pick people off. It's obviously a good track now, good overtaking opportunities there, and we've done a fair few races there recently, and that we've because it's been in the real life calendar. So yeah, obviously it's going to feel a bit different in a Brawn, different gearing and everything else like that, and obviously not the same sort of aero package that you would get in a 2021 car, but it's still a good track, and once you can get in that groove, yeah, it should be an enjoyable race. Be interesting to see how some of the other. And certainly have more cars on the grid now is going to make it an interesting dynamic trying to work our way through compared to last season, especially when obviously there was fewer cars. So it's going to be a good challenge, that.
Oh, it's going to be very good. I'm actually excited seeing Roro starting at the back coming to fight Witches as well, because obviously he had the accident. So two teammates actually DNF'd. So for the two boys, not good start for their team point of view, but at least they can try and redeem themselves now in the second race also.
I must admit, I didn't think I meant to see the result of the first one, but I didn't realise that Roro was DNF'd. Well, if he's DNF'd, he's going to be starting at the back with us, isn't he? Because he won't actually get to start at the front because of that DNF.
Yeah, no, so it'll be Roro for last, and then Jay Morley second last.
Jay Morley left.
Then. Oh, is he gone, is he?
Not from the Discord, but he left the lobby and I can't get hold of him, so it'll only be Roro at the back there with us lot.
Okay. Interesting. That's no bother at all, but sure, look, it is what it is.
Each to their
Frustrations can get on top. Ah, yeah, people get frustrated. So that's grand then, guys. What I'm going to do, I don't know which one is Harry. You're looking after the grid there, doing the order, are you?
Yeah, I'm just about to start and get the boys to ready up now.
Grand job. So look, lads, I'm going to ask you all to leave the chat there and get ready for the race. Good luck to you all. And again, I'm going to be honest, lads, I did call Carroll as my driver of the first race because it's very first race in, and he done an epic job about it. So I think that's very fair. I know Harry had the fastest lap, the fucking qualifying, everything. Harry, you done nothing wrong. It's just that I had to give a good shout out to somebody new in.
It's fine. I get it. I'll get driver of the day this one then. You watch me car through the field, it'll be fine.
No bother. If you give me them overtakes again, I'll definitely be up for it.
Oh, for sure. I'll try and give you another one. In a bit.
No bother, man. Enjoy, mate. So there you go, guys. Getting ready for race 2. It's definitely going to be interesting. I don't know who's going to be where, and obviously it's all about that first turn is going to be a huge thing. So the guys will have a minute before the race starts. They'll have to get their setups on and get ready. It's a shame Jay Morley had left. I'm sure he would have enjoyed this race. But yeah, all in all, guys, still very good fun. I honestly don't know what's going to happen here. I couldn't even call it because I don't know anyone's TT times on this, and I haven't even drove this track on the with the Brawn to actually understand what it's going to be like. But from what I understood going around Baku, the Brawn, it's a very, very loose car if you have it on low wing. But it's also quite rewarding if you do get it right through the corners. Just getting another drink in to be there, guys. But yeah, this is going to be definitely an interesting one now. So it looks like the race is just about to start now, guys. Gonna be interesting. I think it is going to be Digital on pole, Damo in second. I can't remember then after that, if I'm honest. This should be fun. I know Batman was down there sadly in his first race. He didn't get exactly where he needed to be. I think that Batman's actually third in this race. That's going to benefit him because I know he was out of place in the first race, so I think he's going to be a contender for a race win if he has the pace. So it looks like then, yeah, Digital's fourth, Damo second, Batman third, DC fourth. You have then JBR fifth, Wild sixth, Firestorm seventh, Senna 8, Carol 9th, Harry 10th, Roro 11th. So Damo is leading them around for this lap. Now Damo normally gets good starts, so do you know something? I wouldn't be too shocked if Damo was having a good fight with Digital off the start. Quite good to see. I know Digital's eager to prove himself as well. He has the pace. He was just unlucky last season. Just very unlucky with the placement of the cars in certain situations. So hopefully he will be one to be watching out for this season. I want everybody to do well. So yeah, I couldn't tell you who'd win, and I don't even want to talk about the race now after what happened at Orlando on Sunday. I'm still gutted over that to this day. Hasn't made life any easier. I was so annoyed. I was in work covering and went out to my car to watch the race, and I watched it in peace in the car, and that was a tough one to swallow. I'd say Lando and Anna Karen are still good as well, as are all the fans. He thoroughly deserved that win, if I'm honest. But Lando's there, okay. So guys, into Sector 3 we go. Ready for race 2. Damo is just driving nice and calm there. Oh sorry, Digital's driving nice and calm. I keep getting the mix up there. Why is Damo Batman side by side? Okay, so done under AI now. Guys, I'm really looking forward to this one. These cars are beautiful. I think in the world there's only one or two of them chassis. I know Ross Brawn has one. And that's the one that went to the Goodyear or Goodwood Festival of Speed. It's a shame there's not many more of these chassis. They're just a beautiful car. So guys, here we go. The usual 5 lights. Away we go then. And we're off there now. Looks like Damo got a nice little start there. Yeah, Damo's up into the lead at the minute. There's guys on the toe everywhere. Oh, Welch is in the lead. Oh, Welch, how is he? Digital's out. JBR's out. DC's out. Firestorm's out. Wow. Wow. What the hell? So that started by the looks of it. Was it? It wasn't Twisted. I don't even know who it was. Wow. How did Senna, Carol, Roro, Harry get by all that? Wow. I need to see that again. And it's only a DXC. I do not know how. I do not know how. Wow. Now guys, sorry there, I was just looking in the Discord for a second. So look, we're back racing. Looks like Senna. No, he's not in the lead, I don't know why. Welch is in the lead by the looks of it. So it's like Carroll is in third. Oh, can this sort itself out so we can actually see who's where? I think Damo is in he's last, is it? So who's actually leading now? So leading the race is Welch, there we go. Senna is in second place. And we've got Carroll third, Roro fourth, Harry fifth, Bettman sixth, Damo seventh. Not to start, we wanted to this race here, and I'm sure a few of the guys won't be too happy with what's happened. But please put all your clips into instant reporting, please, and we will get that sorted fairly rapidly. Sorry guys, I'm just deleting a few things. Carroll's right all over the back of Senna here now. Carroll is absolutely having a great one. Harry's doing a good job there up in 4th place, Roro in 5th. Bettman up in 6th this time round, and then Damo is in 7th. But for Damo, he knows well he's got great points there straight away. Senna now is right up behind Welch as well. Sorry guys, I'm just looking through Discord here. Xavier Jones is so funny. He puts in such a funny thing there. So look, Senna is literally going in by Welch. Welch is just barely leaving the room there, but Karen might utilise that as well. Carroll has the toe. Will Welch give Carroll room? No, he doesn't. They're still going fairly okay. Carroll's after getting by there now, which means that Welch is down to third with Harry now right on him. This is going to be a little gravy train here, now, to be fair. Damo's keeping it nice and steady. Oh, Harry's all over the back now of Welch also. This is good out fighting here, might give Roro the chance to catch up as well. Petman and Roro, the two countrymen, are not too far off each other now as well. This is a serious train here. Senna is doing a lot of defending here. Carroll is having a fantastic race. That full traction giving him some push. This will be interesting now going down the main straight. How much leeway will he have here? Because he looks like he's got the way better exit. Who has the top speed there? I'm going to get on all day. There's definitely a speed difference. Okay, there's a bit of damage going on between Welch and Harry there. What? Oh, well, Welch has no one else but himself to blame there. He went way too late in the brakes there. Carroll and Senna are having a fantastic battle here. Harry's not too far away from it now. So them two battling so hard is actually good for Harry. Looks like Carroll's is looking for anyway by Senna here. This is what I like to see, new drivers coming in and giving it to the guys that were doing brilliant last year. Senna and Harry won't have it too easy with guys like this being consistent. Oh, this is fantastic driving here. Carroll is looking for any way around them. He's a lot closer here. Surely he's going to make the move stick this time. Will he go around the inside? No, he's going to go around the outside. That is fantastically fair racing by both drivers. Enough room given there. Carroll is now in the lead. Senna's in second and Harry right there in third. This is just a beautiful battle. And Roro is catching up on the guys fairly fast also. So Roro's going to be part of this battle very, very soon. Carroll is now pulling away now from... Looks like Harry in second. What happened? What happened Senna? Senna's in the pits. Ouch, I did not see what happened there, guys. Welch is in the pits also. So Senna is definitely missing some wing. Did not see what happened there. So we've got Carroll in the lead. Senna second, Roro third. Pitman's in fourth. Welch is fifth, sixth. So oh, look at Damo now up into fifth. Slow and steady gets the points. Well done, Damo. Very well done. Senna's now back up into sixth place now after the pit stops. So Roro and Betman now. What can Betman do? Can he catch up to Roro? Looks like Harry is there now. Carroll, this is going to be a good fight again. I think it'd be really cool if Carroll wins. Then himself and Harry would be on even points after the first round. That'd be so cool. But Harry has the bit between his teeth. He's definitely catching him at a nice little rate of knots as well. How hard now will Carroll actually defend this? So Harry's after getting the fast lap of 137.5. I love seeing these cars driving anger. Roro's doing a good job this time up in third place. We did say before the race to get on the podium. So at the minute he has done that. Well done, Damo. So Carol has an answer for Harry so far. All going well. It's really cool. So Carol and Harry now have pulled away from the pack quite a bit. We're down nearly 4 seconds. Just looking at... Yeah, that's one thing, just looking at the incidents going in there. Yeah, we never like to see that start one move that caused 4 DNFs. So the student team will look at that afterwards. It seems like Harry might struggle to get by Carol, to be quite honest. Because Carol's keeping him honest in pace at the minute. Now whether Harry's just sitting back a minute before he goes hard again, because he's definitely closer at the minute than he was last time round. Oh, he's definitely a lot closer now. See the full traction, I think, through some of them corners where Harry might have to half throttle it slightly before he can get the full throttle down. I think that's what's pulling Carol to stay ahead. But once he's within the half second to 0.7 ahead like that, I think that's just enough for him to hold him off down the straight. Obviously there's no DRS in these cars, so being behind the straights you really need to be like 0.32 of a second really in it to really utilise the advantage of having that toe. So Harry is definitely faster this time around. Like, he's definitely faster, 127.1, but he's closer. To be honest with you, it looks like the move is going to be on. How heavy does Carol defend it? Carol doesn't look like he's defending it at all. As he knows, Harry was just too far back. That was brilliant. Good man, Winnie Smoke. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, the league's doing well, and we even have a Northern Irish guy in it, so I can't call you Northern Irish anymore. It's been a minute, mate. I hope all is well for you. Yeah, DC, that was just horribly unlucky. I'm going to have to watch over the race restart from my perspective as well, because so much happened within that few seconds. I don't know who caused the crash there, to be quite honest. But wow. But sure, look, these things happen. Mini Smoke, hopefully we'll see you back at some stage. I know you're busy doing the Gaelic and all, but it'd be great to see you back at some stage, mate. Always good to have another Irishman. And we also have an Irish girl racing in our 2021 league, Mini Smokes, as well. And she's doing very well. Chloe is brilliant. She's probably my favourite driver. No offence, the commentator should never take favourites, but you know yourself, I do always egg her on. Great team, herself and Hickey. So Harry he's going to have to get the job done now. He is literally all over the back of him. Carol needs to hold that inside line. That's all Carol needs to do. And he's done it the right way. Oh, I think Carol's going to be alright because Harry doesn't have the top speed. He's going to have to give a bit of... Oh, there was no give and take there. That was just good hard racing. Harry's going to try the outside there. He has to give up on it. This is great racing by the two boys. Carol is not giving an inch, neither is Harry. This is fantastic. Harry is the better drive out there, obviously taking the wider line. Oh, Harry hits the back of Carol there. Did he get any damage? He didn't. These two boys are just going at it. This is fantastic. Ah, that's good, Mooney. I'm glad things are going good for you. Are you still flat out doing the Gaelic? Carroll seems to have Harry covered so far. Harry has the inside line though. Harry has gotten around. Carroll is not giving up though. Oh. That is some hard racing there. Carroll will not give up. Carroll will be still going for it. Yeah, Harry he has the speed now. It took Harry a few laps to do it. Some fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing there between the guys. They've definitely been the class of the rest for tonight's boat races. Especially this race here. They've just been phenomenal. That was a great little show to put on there. Really enjoyable to watch that. Roro, great redemption after the first race. Petman must be happy also with that, getting 4th place. I'm sure Senna won't be too happy. I don't know what happened Senna there. I did not get to see that, so I don't think he'd be too happy because there was a wing missing. Welch then in 6th, and Damo doing what Damo needs to do in 7th place there. I love the fact how... Oh, 31 to Carroll's not too far off. If he was just to get one good lap, if Harry made one small mistake, that's going to change it around. And with this, such little left in the race, you can't really afford any mistakes. So this is going to be quite an interesting one for the lead the whole way to the end now. Ah, nice. And how he is doing in the football, mate. Will we ever see Jay Morley back racing? I honestly hope so. I'm sure he might want to do it soon as well. I'd love to see him back even the classics if he didn't want to do the main one. So we are missing 7 drivers tonight by the looks of it. Obviously Jay Morley pulled out, so there should only be 6 drivers missing. Harry at 136.6, so he definitely has the pace in him now. So it looks like Carroll is going to sit there and wait if Harry was to make a mistake. But definitely kept Harry honest. That was fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing. He placed his car very well. Oh, nice one. Well done, Minnie. What score was it? It's not going too bad from the guys there now. Roro in 3rd. So the field is fairly spread out after that carnage that happened at the very first start. Yeah, I have to say, I feel so bad for Digital, Firestone, JBR and DC there. Like, they were just passengers to what happened really. But from what I've seen so far. 1-0, well done, Minnie. That's all it takes. Shake and bake, 1 score, done and dusted. So guys, going on to the last lap. We have Carroll now, still in 2nd. 0.8 off Harry. Good old demo. So yeah guys, Harry has definitely started off how he did last season. Pole in the first race and the win, and then reverse grade gets the win. Fantastic for Carroll as well. 2nd place in the qualifying, 2nd place in the first race, 2nd place in this one. And then Roro, who was unlucky, starting dead last on the grid after the DNF in the first race, has got redemption for himself there, and a nice few points to take away from that also. DC, you were probably flicking through the newspaper or something like that. You know, just driving along there, sipping a cup of tea or something. And don't forget to tune in this Sunday for the actual retake of the DC podcast. My internet connection decided to go and poo itself, really. So I'm really looking forward to sitting down with a really good guy there. So that will be quite fun. So yeah, guys, there you have it. Season 2, Race 1. Harry gets the double. Clean sweep. Carroll couldn't have done any better there. Got every other point available, and Roro done very well there to get his 3rd place. PRS Carroll has an unserved 5-second penalty. I didn't see that actually. So there we have it, guys. So I'm going to get the top 3 in again for a quick chat, and then I'm going to rest my voice because my voice is about to hang out with me, having a sore throat. So just ask for any drivers that are going to join us, just please add in your audio. So if any driver who's in, may you please just add in your audio. So I'll start off with the 3rd place, which is PRS Roro. So Roro, whenever you can, just please include your audio. Well done. We did say it before the race started, try to get yourself onto the podium, and you've done exactly that. Yeah, I really need to see all your views on that carnage there. That was just ridiculous at the start. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I well imagine that. I couldn't believe it. How was the race for you after that then? Yeah. 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 What happened with Santa there as well? Let me ask him after the race. Oh, okay.
It was a nudge from me, actually. Senna, unfortunately, coming out that corner, it was only ever such a light tap, but it just sent his rear end going.
So that's a 50 place grid penalty for the next 10 races then. I think that's fair. Oh, stop. We're going to move on to the 2nd place then really quick then, before I get on to you, Mr. Humble. So, Carroll, another 2nd place. I think that was a fantastic debut for you. You got the maximum points that you could have done there today. I have to say, great wheel-to-wheel racing with you and Harry. Very hard but fair racing.
Yeah, thanks, mate. That was fun. That's why I went back to this game and got back into the classic races, because I knew I was capable of racing like that, especially against someone as quick as him. And yeah, that was great. I'll take 2 podiums as well in my first 2 races. So yeah,
absolutely. It's your 2nd in the championship.
Yeah, pretty pleased with that.
It was great racing. And how did it feel? To be honest with you, at one stage, I won't lie, I did think you just had enough to keep Harry ahead of you, because it looked like for about 3 laps there, Harry would catch you mainly on the straights, and then through the corners you'd kind of stay there to half a second. Did you feel like you had the better of him, or did you know that it just was a matter of time before he was just going to try and jump and go by?
Well, firstly, with the penalty, I was just trying to get as big a gap to the other guys as possible. That was the first thing on my mind, but because I don't know if you can get penalties removed in this league. I assume not, but I just did my best to get that gap, and then yeah, I mean, I felt like I had enough pace to be able to at least fight with guys, which I was able to do for a little bit anyway. But once he got past you just tell him how good he is in the cleaner, that he was just able to pull away. So I was just happy to be where I was with a big enough gap so I could stay ahead of Roland.
Yeah, how did you get your 5-second penalty? Because I actually wasn't aware of that until literally the end there.
I'm not really sure. There was I think me and Batman had the slightest touch after the VSC was deployed at the start, because it said I got a 5-second penalty for contact with Batman. But I'm not too sure. But I'm not really bothered either, because even if I get it removed, I'll stay second. So I'm not fussed.
Who is this Infinity lad? Sorry, boys. Do you know him?
No clue.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not my friend.
Cool. So I'm going to move on quickly to the race winner before I ask you all about next week's race. How was it for you? How was the future of the Carnage as well?
Yeah, I picked up front wing damage pretty early on. Ended up hitting the back of Roro because of something that happened in front of him. Not his fault. I think it was Bettman nearly lost it in front. And yeah, and I nudged her because I weren't expecting it, and yeah, had front wing damage for pretty much the whole race since then. So it was a struggle to keep the car online. Luckily, I run quite low front aero around this track anyway, so not too much of an issue, and I managed to just up my differential and that to counteract it, which seemed to work. But yeah, certainly fucking worked for the win, that's for sure. I know Carol had the 5-second pen, but got to be done on track, innit, to make it valid. So no, I certainly fought for that one. I enjoyed it. It was good. It's been a while since, well, what I think, was probably the head-to-head with Senna last week is probably the closest battle I've had like that for a long time. So that was good. Yeah. I enjoyed that race. Massive.
It's definitely a race to watch over for the race, and it was very good quality between both of us.
I'll say a massive apology to Twisted. I thought I was way clearer of him when I was. I think I just clipped his front end and it sent him spinning. So yeah, big sorry to him for a start. Same with Senna as well. I know I clipped the back of him. For me, it was only a small large. Didn't pick up no damage to nothing, but it seemed to send him spinning. So again, apologies for that as well.
The one with Twisted wasn't actually your fault. That was his fault. He was way too hot going into that fourth chicane. I was live on that one.
Well, I think I clipped him before we even got to the corner.
No, it was only when you were in after taking the first part of the chicane on the exit into the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
I'm pretty literally down that straight. As I overtook him, I come across to get onto the racing line, and I think I clipped him. So it could have given him front wing damage from the clip, and then that's why I hot into the next corner. But either way, I mean, I've messaged him and he seems okay about it. So, but Carol wouldn't put it off, mate. Any potential penalties coming my way, you could get your maiden win. But yeah, other than the mistakes and that, which no one likes to see, it was an interesting race for sure. Don't know what the hell happened on the first lap. It just seemed to all 4 people DNF'd in on it, or 3, something like that.
Yeah, 4.
So
to be honest with you, it looked like Welch hit Digital, which then made Digital spin, and then I think everyone was just unfortunate where Digital's car was. Yeah,
from my point of view, all I saw was JBR get knocked on his left-hand side, then he shot over to the right and took someone else out. And I was like, what the fuck? And then and sent him right. Carnage. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just crazy.
Yeah, it was a bit nuts. I was sitting there thinking, please ghosts. Luckily they did, so otherwise that would have been a different end to my race. That's for sure. But no, other than that, it was enjoyable. It was good. I had good fun.
Oh, definitely. It was definitely, for me, it was great to watch it. So let me see then. Sorry guys, I was just looking at the calendar for next week. We are going to be racing in Singapore and then the Netherlands in the 03 Williams BMW engine. one of my favourite cars, but one of the hardest cars to drive, guys.
It is. This. I mean, it's
So
my
you reckon?
favourite car and two of my favourite tracks. Need I say more? I mean, it's the same as this week. Like, I love the Brawn, cool car to drive. Um, yeah, and then Baku and Russia to open it up, and then now Singapore and Zandvoort, mate. I mean, to Zandvoort, that car is going to be hard work, that's for sure,
Yeah.
especially if anyone's on no traction control, like I know a few of us run. I think Carroll over here with his full traction is going to have an advantage there, but it's going to take some practice, that's for certain. But yeah, no, it should be good. Should be real good.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I'm going to go and practice now. But yeah, no, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it big time.
And what about you, Carol?
Yeah, I haven't touched the '03 Williams in ages, so that'll be interesting to drive it. From what I've heard,
Good
it's
luck.
it's it's a it's a handful, but hopefully I can get to grips with it fairly easily. But Singapore and Netherlands on F1 2020 are probably my two best tracks.
Oh
I've
wow.
won there in quite a few league races over the calendar year of the 2020 lifespan. So um, yeah, I love those tracks. So hopefully I can get to grips with the car early, so I can focus on overall speed and get a couple more podiums to my name, maybe even a win.
That'd be cool.
Ooh, big,
See.
it's fighting talk days.
So Roro, for yourself, how do you feel? Hmm. Cool. But I reckon you'll do well anyway. Like I fight to see you on the podium, and here you are. Yeah, it's definitely going to be harder, especially if all the other guys join in next week. So the more drivers there is, it's definitely a lot harder then for you to be getting consistent podiums. Last year, you, Senna, and Harry had it very, very nicely. This year, definitely with Carroll in it now, he's definitely shown there that it's not going to be as easy. So yeah. No, guys. Well, look. Thanks very much for joining this one. Well done again, Harry. You've done the qualifying and boat races, and then for Carol, second in qualifying and second in boat races. There, he's gave some fantastic race. And Roro, you got your redemption from zero to hero again up on the podium. So that was great to see it as well. And yeah, hopefully we'll see us all next week for race two in the Williams there in Singapore and in the Netherlands. Till then, you'll see us obviously on this channel on Saturday for our Saturday night races on F1 2021, and then for the redo of the podcast with DC on the Sunday. My internet, once it's working, will be fine. So look, guys, thanks very much for joining.